In a peaceful little village, there once lived an elderly woman. Her hair was silver, and her face was a map of gentle wrinkles. But her eyes were the brightest things you'd ever see, full of kindness and life. Despite her age, she was a beacon of warmth and happiness. Everyone in the village adored her because, no matter how tough life got, she always wore a smile. She lived by herself in a small house, nestled under a huge banyan tree. Her husband had passed away many years ago, and she had no children. But she was never lonely. She spent her days sitting under that grand tree, talking with people and sharing her wisdom. Life in the village wasn't easy. Farmers toiled in the fields, carpenters worked in their shops, and others ran stalls at the local market. Sometimes, the rains wouldn't come, and the crops would wither. People would fall ill, and work would come to a halt. But through all the hardships, the elderly lady remained a symbol of peace and positivity. One day, a young woman named Rada came to her, her face streaked with tears. She was clearly distressed. "I don't know what to do," Rada sobbed, her voice trembling with worry. "My husband went to the city to find work, but he hasn't sent any money. My children are hungry, and I'm so afraid we won't make it." The old lady smiled gently and motioned for Rada to sit beside her. "Tell me, my dear," she said softly, "what do you think will happen?" Rada wiped her eyes. "I don't know. What if my husband can't find work? What if he forgets about us?" The elderly woman shook her head. "When we focus on our fears, they grow bigger. But when we focus on the good, our hearts feel lighter, and sometimes good things begin to happen." Rada looked puzzled. "But how can I think positively when everything feels so wrong?" The old lady's eyes twinkled. "Let me tell you a story." Rada listened as the old lady began. "Once, there was a man who had nothing. No food, no money, no family. He sat by a river, crying, feeling completely hopeless. An old woman came to him and asked, 'Why are you crying?' The man replied, 'I have nothing.' 'How can I be happy?' The old woman smiled and said, 'Look around you. You have the river, the trees, the sun. There is beauty everywhere. If you only focus on what you don't have, you'll always feel empty. But if you appreciate what you do have, your heart will be full of peace.' The man stopped crying and slowly began to see the beauty around him. That day, his life began to change. He didn't become rich or powerful, but he learned to see the good in what he had." The old lady turned to Rada. "Do you see, my dear? It wasn't magic that changed the man's life. It was his thinking. When we focus on the positive, our hearts grow lighter, and we can face life's challenges with courage." Rada thought for a moment. "Do you really think my thinking can change my life?" The old woman nodded gently. "Yes. Every morning, tell yourself today will be a good day. When you choose to think that way, you will find the strength to care for your children, to work hard, and to wait for your husband with hope. But if you only focus on what might go wrong, you will feel weak and sad." A small smile touched Rada's lips, her expression a little lighter. "I'll try," she said. "I'll think good thoughts from now on." And every morning, she woke up and reminded herself, "Today will be a good day." She worked hard, cared for her children, and held on to hope. Weeks later, Rada received a letter from her husband. He had found a good job in the city and was sending money home. Overjoyed, Rada rushed to the old lady's house to share the wonderful news. The old woman smiled warmly. "You see, my dear, when we focus on the positive, we invite good things into our lives. Life will always have its challenges, but with a hopeful heart, we can overcome them." Soon, other villagers began to seek out the old lady's wisdom. One by one, they learned the incredible power of positive thinking. And slowly but surely, life in the village began to change. The old lady had taught them all a timeless lesson. When we think good thoughts, good things tend to follow. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires and uplifts. See you next time.